なんでもっと嫌な人じゃないんだろう。こんないい人じゃ。
The season 1 finale of Dandadan had everything from the wholesome scenes to some really creepy ones. In this episode, I'll break down these scenes and we'll discuss where the plot is going, how the dynamic between the characters are evolving, what the charm inside the secret room means, etc. So stay tuned for that. Greetings Anime Thrones fans. Considering this was the season 1 finale, at least according to my anime list, and based on how there was no preview for the next episode after the ending credits, I think it's safe to assume that my anime list was correct and there will be no new episode this week. If that's the case, then the season 1 ended in a huge cliffhanger. The episode kicks off with Momo, Jiji and Okarun bringing the anatomical ghost's lover to Seiko and begging her to let her stay at Momo's place, while the anatomical ghost promises to go back to the lab and plans to meet his lover at their house. He was very much in love and just knowing she was safe was enough to put him at ease. While waiting for him, Momo stays outside with his lover until dawn as the anatomical ghost arrives late because of getting in an accident. It was surprisingly a sad but sweet moment given how the poor lover could neither move on her own nor show any expressions on her face, and that's how it shows how much caring Momo is because she stayed outside the whole night even in the cold. The anatomical ghost comes running covered in leaves and dragging cans caught in ivy stuck in his torso because despite getting in an accident and dismantling, he still ran straight to meet his lover. Both of them appreciated Momo helping them out. As for Jiji, it turns out he can't sleep even at Momo's house because he keeps seeing or rather sensing the ghost he had seen at his place. Since it was Momo's house, Momo or her grandma would have sensed the ghost if it had manifested for real. Either that or it somehow managed to evade their radar if it showed up for real. When Okarun finds out about Momo's trip, he panics, but Momo tells him she was planning to take him with her as well. When she said she can't do it without him, it shows how much closer they have grown, and now she has come to trust him completely and even relies on him to help her take down their enemies. I just love how awesome a team they have become. They are the badass duo after all. The trio then heads to Jiji's home in the mountains. On the way, Okarun discovers that Jiji shares the same love for aliens and the supernatural that he does. This leads to a bonding moment, or at least the start of one, when they start geeking out together. Okarun realizes he has never talked about this with anyone other than Momo. Deep down, he wishes Jiji was a bad guy, so it would be easier to dislike him, but the truth is, Okarun actually likes Jiji and thinks he is a great guy, and given their similar interests, it's obvious they could have been really close friends if Momo wasn't in the picture. Of course, that doesn't stop the two from competing to impress Momo, who, as usual, remains completely oblivious to their feelings. These light-hearted moments of them goofing around is what makes the serious tragic moments hit harder. Despite the stark contrast, everything still fits in perfectly, and that's what makes Dandadan so great. It can have you howling one moment, and in the next moment you will be crying at some really sad parts. Anyway, as they arrive in Jiji's hometown, they pass by numerous hot springs. Jiji explains that they are around due to a nearby volcano, one that hasn't erupted in 200 years. Once they reach Jiji's house, Momo doesn't sense any spirits there, just like she couldn't sense it when Jiji saw it in her home at night. Since Momo can't sense it, she thinks they are not in immediate danger and decides to head to the hot springs. But there's more to her decision than just wanting to go to the hot springs. You see, Momo wants to give Okarun and Jiji some space to bond. She knows Okarun doesn't have many guy friends, and she thinks this could be a chance for Jiji and Okarun to get closer. Just like we discussed earlier, I think she also noticed how well while they were getting along on the train and realized that all of them would be great friends if she could just get them to bond. However, bonding is the last thing on their minds. Instead, they get into yet another argument, this time over who loves Momo's which qualities more. It's so obvious they share the same brain cell, and that's how you can tell they'll be really good friends if they try it. In the meantime, Momo goes to the hot spring where some old guys surround her in the bath with the intention to assault her. They were able to enter as it was supposed to be a mixed bath, but the sign was so old and rusty that Momo missed the sign. In the meanwhile, Jiji and Okarun were playing/fighting when Okarun noticed something strange, that is, an extra room from the outside which isn't supposed to be there. Jiji and Okarun inspect the walls and discover a secret room inside the house. Curious about it, they break through the wall and find a hidden room filled with charms, at least hundreds of them, covering the walls and floors, and that's where the episode ends. The charms like these are usually used to seal something in, which implies that something is sealed inside that room. We'll find out who or what is sealed inside in season 2. I think Momo will get out of her situation and will go help them fight whatever is sealed inside, but that will happen in season 2. The story ended so abruptly, it almost feels unfair, but still, what an amazing episode to end on. The tension, the mysteries, and this cliffhanger. This was easily one of the most gripping episodes of the season, and probably one of the best, or rather most criminal cliffhanger of the season. For me, it was a solid 8.5 out of 10. What did you think about this episode? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates when season 2 drops. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.